Right now, as polls in Goa only heats up with as many players, political parties jumping into the fray in Goa, India Today's consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai speaks exclusively to Utpal Parrikar, who is the ex-Goa Chief Minister Manohar Parrikar's son, now contesting as an independent candidate from Panaji. Let's take a quick listen at this exclusive conversation.
Hello and welcome to this India Today special. In the battle for Goa, all eyes are on one seat and possibly one individual. The battle for Panjim and the independent candidate from Panjim, Utpal Parrikar, son of the former Defence Minister of the BJP government, the late Manohar Parrikar. Appreciate your joining us, Utpal, on a day that you filed your nomination. Did you ever imagine that Utpal Parrikar, son of Manohar Parrikar, who set up in a way the BJP in Goa, built the BJP in Goa, will now contest against the BJP?
Well, I was always hoping that won't be the case. But sometimes in life, you are brought to a situation where you have to take tough decisions. And I was until last minute, I was trying to avoid the decision. I was hoping that the situation will be that I will avoid the decision. But after all, I have to be with the people and listen to them. And because of that, I have to go ahead in this manner.
Because the BJP is saying, look, we could have given Utpal Parrikar some other seat. He was insisting on Panjim, and you can't insist on a seat. BJP is not a party of dynasties that just because your father was a chief minister, defense minister, the son will get a ticket where he wants.
I never asked because my father was anything in BJP. Even last time, the ticket was denied, although the ground level workers, councillors were with me. There are things which are beyond what we see. And it's not about also getting elected from some other seat. For me, it's what we have built in Panjim last 30 years. A person who is total antithesis of what my father stood for, coming there and just within 2 years taking it over is not acceptable, not only for me, but for all the workers who have built the party here. So they are with me, the people who have built it. And finally, I have to stay with them.
No, you make an interesting point. You say you are here to preserve Manohar Bhai's legacy, particularly in Panji. Now, and you are taking on Babush Monserrate because you believe that the politics that Babush Monserrate represents is the politics of crime and defection.
That itself shows that the fight I am having, you also know, is not the easy fight. I am putting my entire political career in hands of people of Panjim.
No, to fight a Babush Monserrate, who was first brought in a way into power by your father, your late father Manohar Bhai Parrikar. When he became chief minister in 2002, he made Babush Monserrate town and country planning minister. Now Babush could well say that how come suddenly I have become a criminal who's destroying Panjim?
Well, because when he was brought in and when he did the first wrong thing, he was also sacked at the cost of losing the government. And for 7 years, my father was in opposition. So he had taken the very strong step. See, you always end up with the 40 people in assembly and you form government based on that. But at this level, you can always take other decisions which are more correct, more value-based.
No, my point to you is your fight against Babush Monserrate or is your fight against the BJP?
My fight is against Babush Monserrate to keep him out of the assembly.
He is someone who is a 4-time MLA.
Yes.
He is someone who has won the election from Panjim. He is obviously a very powerful person, has a reputation of winning elections. By taking him on, what are you trying to prove? Because do you believe that this BJP, which is fighting this election, is not the BJP of Manohar Parrikar?
No, meaning I have told initially also when I mentioned that I have to fight towards certain things. When accepting him in the party and handing over the Panjim seat to him, when he has not done anything which falls in the ethos of the party. For example, he has made his son the mayor of the city. Can you expect that in Manohar Parrikar BJP, that someone's son becomes a mayor, wife is a minister, asking for 2 or 3 more tickets for his people? that represents what is the wrong thing. And I have to fight it out in this manner. It's unfortunate that I have to do it.
You think the BJP, I heard some of your supporters today saying BJP is now Babu's Jennifer party, that Babush and his wife. The question I ask you is this, that when the BJP turns down, Devendra Fadnavis, for example, who's in charge of the BJP, he says, look, we look at Karyakartas, we don't look at surname. That just because you are Manohar, I come back to it, because you are Parrikar son, BJP mein gharani shahi nahi hai, there is no dynasty.
Have you gone through the entire candidate list? I don't have to answer. You have to ask them only.
There are a number of husband and wives who have been given
Was it possible in Manohar Parrikar's BJP? Wife getting tickets. So there are certain things are to be said, they are said. But some things, these are like crossing of the line, and when such thing happens, and for Panjim, where all the people who have built a party are with me, unfortunately I have to take this tough step. The fight is not going to be easy. I am putting my neck on the line, because I am fighting Babush Monserrate, with whom the machinery is there today. I am fighting alone with all the supporters, and I am hoping people of Panjim, and I am confident that they will support.
What happens if you lose this election? Is that the end of your political career?
No, that I don't have to. I have given the entire, kept my neck on the line, and my fate of politics. I don't look at politics as career. If that was the case, I would have accepted any other seat and gone and seen that I am elected, managed somehow. I am not fighting for that. So the fate of my political career is in people's hand. Let them decide.
Is this a new BJP? The question I posed. You see, the Manohar Parrikar BJP started as a small party in the 1990s. First time majority 2012. Now we have seen a lot of outsiders coming in, and the criticism is that Manohar Bhai also brought in people from the outside. People came from Congress and other parties also at that time. So why only blame today's BJP?
No, today's, because they see the candidate list. Husband, wife. See, it's not that people join political party from all. It's in democracy, you cannot stop anyone.
Because defectors even came at that time. Even Manohar Bhai brought in people from outside.
Defectors came.
2017 also you formed a government, even though Congress was single largest, by bringing in people from outside.
Sorry, 2017 it was a post-poll coalition.
Post-poll coalition, yes.
One guy jumped by resigning and coming in.
Yes.
But it wasn't, defectors weren't brought. It was a post-poll coalition. Until my father was there, it was a post-poll coalition. So that is part of the constitution. The thing is, I see that Babush is kind of taking over, and his culture and his values are being enforced
in the
locally. Because otherwise, these things wouldn't have happened. It's not that someone has come in. It's that after coming in, it is the ethos of the party has gone. So because of that, and because of Panjim, I am doing it for safeguarding Panjim.
Do you believe your father, who was, as I said, built this party, would be happy with what you have done?
Such decisions were taken, he would have been sitting right here.
He would have done what you have done?
Yes.
You would not have accepted the way the BJP is functioning
You
today.
cannot give tickets based on husband, wife and all that. And then only like a token, all the time say that we are not giving you because you are Parrikar son. You have to either follow it everywhere. I am following what the people of Panjim are telling me, and all the Karyakartas who have built a party in Panjim are telling me.
My final question. What is it that Utpal Parrikar wants to offer to Panji, which is different to what you believe a Babush or the present BJP can offer? What is your main plank? Are you trying to offer clean politics? What are you trying to offer?
Everyone in Panjim now knows my background. For me, I want to basically take away, I'm not just here so that I will be kind of do the money politics which the opponent is doing just during the election. I have my vision which I want to give to Panjim after filing nomination. I will make it clear to people of Panjim, and I want to work sincerely just like my father worked for last more than 20 years. And I hope and I'm confident that they will trust me and vote for me.
Utpal Parrikar, the candidate for Panji, making it clear why he has decided to take this major decision of taking on the party in a way of Manohar Parrikar, the BJP, by fighting as an independent candidate. Rajdeep, Sardesai in Panjim for India Today.